Heroes.
Welcome back, listeners, to a special episode of the Heroes Welcome podcast. I'm your co host, Maria, and I'm joined by my lovely co host.
That's me, Liliana Balaam. And we're here to promote SITH. Maria, tell us what is SITH?
Yes, so SITH is the in person conference I host here in Las Cruces, New Mexico. This will be our fourth year hosting. Each year, we try to figure out what our community needs for professional development, support for our clinicians. And this year we are tackling the legal arena and all things court involved cases, which most of us cry ourselves to sleep at night when we get a subpoena, but not our special guest.
I was going to say, yes, we do, but not Val. Val, how do you want to introduce yourself and tell us what's the name of your session during SITH?
Good morning. I'm Val. I'm a play therapist and a supervisor and all things neurodivergence in Colorado Springs. And my breakout for the SITH conference, which will you remind me what SITH stands for?
Yes,
SITH.
thank you. It's Supportive Innovations for Therapeutic Heroes.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good. The legal arena, playing by the rules and advocating for clients through play therapy and clinical expertise, is what my breakout is at the SITH conference. And I'm super honored and excited to come down and talk with other clinicians and professionals about and building confidence in their ability to navigate legal um, situations with their clients. Be exciting.
And I was going to say, that's exactly what we need, right? Like, can you help me feel competent or confident just a little bit? Because it's very intimidating being in a courtroom, having a judge, having lawyers asking you questions. So we are so thankful that you're coming and helping us with that anxiety, almost panicky, felt sense every time that we're there.
Yeah, absolutely. I think most clinicians, when we get that subpoena or we step into the court, we feel like we're the ones in trouble, right? Like we feel like we got called to the principal's office, that we've done or could potentially do something very wrong, because they don't train us to handle this situation in our programs. And I know the answer to this, but this is why I'm asking the question. Val, why you? Why were you invited to come and speak on this?
Wrong, bad timing. I don't know. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I have been working in so the way that I kind of explain this to friends is that I'm a translator. So I play with kids and I get their voice, and that's my therapeutic world. And I also am really efficient and competent at translating through the legal arena and the um, not just like with judges and lawyers and people that are involved in custody things, but also police. That I've got a background in security and being in the Air Force and um, translating to teachers, and so I get the difference, like the breakdown between I'm a lawyer and I went to school for law and I know the law and I'm a judge, and versus you play with a kid and they took a snake and put it on a dollhouse. And that's one of the bigger takeaways that I've found is really helpful for clinicians, is the translation of what our clinical notes need to look like to get away with being in court and also getting paid by medical
Yeah.
insurances. Because there's a big difference in what we are required to document, and it's really intimidating if you don't know, if you've never experienced it. And so I've been doing that professionally for about 14 years. And I've been, there's a word for it that's on my resume that I chronically forget. I've been sworn in as an expert witness in many, 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 many cases. And I've been sought after to write, not depositions, that's the lawyer's parts, but different. uh, what's the word?
Like reports?
Recommendation.
Yes, thank you. Reports and recommendations. It's early in the morning. Thank you. Reports and recommendations for legal folks in the community regarding cases and being a blind witness and basically being a translator between the therapeutic world with our kids and families. Um, and then, really fast to hop on that, I specialize working with neurodivergent kids and families. So it's a kind of added bonus to say, like, I get the difference, and I also get the difference with the difference on top of the difference,
Yeah.
and to be able to articulate that, it's been pretty valuable.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I know, SITH is happening in New Mexico, but a lot of the legal pieces and how to appear in the courthouse, in a courtroom, like all of that is pretty standard across states. Um, and I'm really very excited for you to come and just because in your presence, when we've talked about cases or we've done consultation, like I've always just walked away going, "Oh yeah, no, I know what I'm doing now. Like I got this,"
Yeah.
and just this sense of like validation and confidence is so helpful because yes, this legal world, like we don't have the education and background for this.
Yeah.
And I've learned from you to also step back and go, well, neither do they. The other side doesn't have our background and knowledge either.
Yeah.
And you've been really helpful in just humanizing the whole process for me because before that it was like, yeah, no, like I'm gonna go and I'm gonna say one wrong word and they're gonna take my license and I'm
Yeah.
not gonna have
Hmm.
a practice anymore
Yeah.
and I'm the one in trouble. And yeah, so I'm really excited for you to share that with my community and those that are coming. And also I just get to like thank you for being that person because there's not a lot of that kind of support.
No.
I'm honored.
No. So all of you who are coming in, if you have not registered yet, hurry up. There's still spaces. But yeah, all of you are gonna be in for a treat. We have witness, we have been coached by, and Val is just amazing. So, Maria, can you remind them what are the dates for SIP?
Yes, it's October 9th through the 11th. Where it's going to be in Las Cruces, New Mexico. We're actually just going to be just inside Mesilla, which is our little old town, in a really adorable venue, the Blue Door venue, which has only been for weddings until this past year. So we're one of the first like big events that's not a wedding happening there. I'm very excited. And I was just sharing with you two before that we were like finalizing our lunch options. And we're leaning into like food trucks and tacos and all the yummy goodness. Because I mean, you two know this about me, but anytime I have a thing, like I'm going to make sure that we have food and good food and lots of it. So, very, very excited.
Not only you're feeding us, but you are aware of diet restrictions, and not everyone is aware of that. And we are so
Yes.
thankful because we can eat when we go with you.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
important to me, right? Like food is one of my love languages. Not that I cook it because I don't do that. And if you know
We're
me,
good.
you know that's true. But I'll find us good food and I'll bring good food and I'll make sure everyone has something that they can eat. Um, and and we do have some pretty fantastical swag. I forgot to grab one and bring it to the office, but we might have talked about a very special shaped stress toy to play with. That might make you feel a little bit more official when things get out of hand. So if you're not
I'm
if you're
so
not coming for
excited.
Val, you're missing out, but at least come for the swag and the
What we can
food.
say is that you're gonna have a blast. Everyone is gonna be taking pictures with that toy, and everyone is gonna be feeling like, I got this.
Got this. Got this.
Thank you, Val, for being here and for sharing about your session. We're so excited. We can't wait to learn from you. And for everyone who is listening, the information for the link for the registration will be below the podcast. We can't wait to see you. So hopefully you'll join us. Thank you, Val.
Thanks
Thanks,
for having me.
Val. Yeah, see you soon.
See you soon.